Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy makeup. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy makeup. I love new makeup.
Cause you know you poppin', yeah. You got it, girl, you got it.
Hi, my beautiful Empiras. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel for all my lovely and wonderful friends and supporters. I love you so much. Today's video is a super exciting one because I get to try new makeup. I'm going to be going out with my daughter tonight for dinner, so I thought it'd be the perfect time to film a look, trying out some new makeup. I'm going to do some check-ins throughout the day and the evening to let you know how everything's wearing. So I got a few new things here from Sephora. The first thing I got was the Instant Dry Brush Cleaner Spray by Sephora brand. This product is supposed to allow you to use the same brush right away. It cleans the brush but leaves it dry so you can use it immediately. So you'll see in the tutorial whether this works or not. So the other thing I got, and I'm wearing it right now, I'm going to let you know throughout the day, like I said, how it wears. So I have no idea yet. Neither of us do, so we're going to find out together. I got the Sephora brand. It's called Matte Tinted Moisturizer. I got it in the shade 04 Cotton and 03 Cashmere. I'm wearing 04 Cotton. 03 Cashmere was a lot more pink tone. 04 Cotton is more my shade. I do have like a yellow tone skin. They do have even lighter shades than that if you are paler than me, which is really awesome. It is very hard to find foundations that work for very pale skin or sometimes darker skins. So I think that's really great. They did used to have a Sephora skin tint that was my ultimate favorite, and then all of a sudden they discontinued it and I didn't know why. And I went and got the First Aid Beauty tinted moisturizer, and honestly it makes me really greasy. I don't particularly love that one. I've tried it a few times and I've just decided that it's not my favorite. I really want something else. It's gonna keep me looking dewy but not greasy, and it's gonna actually give me a little bit of coverage. Now the difference between the original Sephora skin tint, it didn't say matte on it. It did leave me dewy but not greasy. This one is a matte tinted moisturizer, so I'm a little concerned because I do have dry aging skin. I do have fine lines and I don't want to look like dry and cakey. That's why I don't use a lot of foundations, because they really seep into my lines and just make it look like a thick heavy mask, and I hate that. If you have any suggestions of stuff that is hydrating, that is healthy looking on the skin, that doesn't look like a mask, that's not thick but gives a bit of coverage and wears well. A lot of times my foundation will look really good at first, and then within a few hours my daughter is literally calling me paper mache face, and she's not really wrong. Like, unfortunately it hurts my feelings because I mean nobody wants to look like that, but it's the truth. That's what it looks like on my skin. It just starts to break apart and it just looks all thick and like crunchy and dry and just awful. So it's really hard for me to find a foundation that works well with my skin. Tinted moisturizers has been what I've been trying out for the past year or so, and I was heartbroken when Sephora discontinued their skin tint, and now they have this. So here's hoping that it works well for me. I got these little clips. I have seen people wearing them all over with different cool words on them, and I was wondering where they got them, and I actually found them at Urban Behavior, surprisingly enough, and they were having like a 50% off sale, so I got them for like $4. It came with two of them. I got Dream and Hope. They had ones that I liked a little bit better that were gold instead of silver with the white diamonds, but they only had ones that said, I think, lucky and happy, and I don't know, I just didn't really like those words, so I chose these ones. They're still super cute. The only thing that sucks is I can only wear it on this side, and usually I pin my hair back on this side because of the way the words are. If you pin it this way, your word will be upside down. But aren't they adorable? We have Hope and Dream. Much more whimsical than lucky, and I don't feel lucky. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that I don't wear face powder, almost never. Once in a while I will powder right here and here because I do get a bit greasy. As you can see, even the lights and just sweating right now, I'm already looking very dewy. So I decided, I've heard different videos, people talking about the Hourglass Veil Setting Powder and the Laura Mercier Glow Powder. I was also recommended it by a Sephora representative, and I got a sample of that to try. So I did put the Hourglass Veil Setting Powder just on my chin and in my forehead, like my T-zone area. Who knows? I mean, I really have a hard time with powder because it really makes me look crepey and dry. Like I said, I'm always trying to give myself a nice healthy look but without looking greasy. So we'll find out if that works for me. I just got a little sample of it because that is super pricey, and I'm not going to buy it unless I know it's not going to make me look crepey and it's going to make my skin look better, not worse. So now for the most exciting part, what I'm wearing on my eyes right now is the new Too Faced Palm Springs Dreams palette. My daughter loves the Too Faced palette. She wants to collect them all. She kind of convinced me to get it. It is back to school for her, so it's kind of like a present for the both of us. I don't know if I'm going to keep it, how I feel about it. You're going to have to wait to find out, but I'm going to show you the inside. This is the back of the packaging, like a beautiful pink metallic. It's so cute. It's like a little door here. And then the inside, it has the classic little heart or peach shape right here. And then this is what it looks like on the inside. These are the colors. I'm going to show you swatches in just a minute. First thing I want to say is that I find Too Faced to be very hit or miss. We have the Too Faced Peachy Mattes palette. My daughter got that for Christmas and she loves it, and I've used it a few times and it's very good quality, blends like a dream. But then I was given this Too Faced White Peach palette, and honestly, I don't like it. I don't feel like the shades show up very well. They're just very bland. I was given this, which I appreciate. It was nice to get to try it, but it really stinks when you get a high-end palette that you can't return, that you don't like and is just sitting there. I don't have a lot of makeup, so if I'm gonna buy something, I want to make sure I love it or it's going back. I also have the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. That's another one that I don't love, and it makes me kind of not want to try Urban Decay shadows anymore because I didn't have a good experience with that one. A lot of people say the Born to Run palette is really amazing. I am seriously considering purchasing that one just because it has a lot of warm tones, which is right up my alley. If you have that palette or have tried that palette, please let me know down below. I'm trying to find a palette that has beautiful shimmers in it and that is warm toned, perfect for fall, without having to purchase online. I hate doing that because I'm in Canada. It costs me a fortune for shipping, and then a lot of times I get hit with duty costs. Then I gotta worry if it's broken. Also, they just drop it on the front porch, and I'm not in the best area, so anyone can walk by and swipe it and I'll be out of luck and lose out on my money. So I like to be able to look at the product. I like to be able to test it out, try it, feel it, and be able to return it if necessary. I am finding that Sephora has some online only things, like the new Manny MUA palette, the Strawberry Dream, is on Sephora's website in Canada finally, but it's not in stores. So I was told I can order anything in Sephora that's online only, and then they will cover the shipping charges and it will be sent right to my house. So I'm thinking about maybe doing that. I have heard a few of my friends, like my beautiful friend Anya, that says the Strawberry Dream palette is beautiful, and that has a lot of warm tones as well, but it kind of has a lot of pinks, which isn't really my favorite colors. I don't mind them in summer, but I'm a warm tone girl. I always have been, and I always go back to it. So if you have any warm tone palettes that have beautiful like gold shimmers and stuff in it that work amazing, let me know in the comments down below. So let's get into the swatches. Not this one. So let's get into the swatches, and then I'm going to show you a tutorial on how I created this look. Okay, so we got Cabana Time, Saucy and Bossy. What funny names. TFTI, BYOB, Rum Tiki. In my opinion, if they wouldn't have thrown in these two pink shades and this blue shade, this would have been like the perfect fall palette. It has really nice warm tones in it, and then like a yellow gold, which is very different. It's on my eyes right now. Maybe like a shimmery champagne, like a lighter tone would have been perfect, and a couple different brown shades, more warm tone browns, a little bit deeper browns, because there's a lot of like pale colors here, and then one very deep brown that almost doesn't go with the rest of it. So we got Last Call, and then we have She's Lit, Dirty Martini, Buzzkill, Mocktail, and last but not least we have Swank. Need a second swatch of that one. Here are all the colors swatched. As you can see, there's a lot of warm tones. This brown just looks really out of place. And then there's these pops of pink and blue, which is kind of cool. I haven't used them yet, so I can't say how they perform or how they look with the warm tones. I definitely will be doing more looks with this palette. So if you want to see how I created this eye, then please just keep watching. All right, my beautiful friends. Today we're going to be trying some new stuff. I got the Sephora brand matte tinted moisturizer in the shade 04 Cotton and the shade 03 Cashmere. Just a sample of it to try. So the original Sephora skin tint was like my very favorite foundation for the longest time, and then all of a sudden they just discontinued it. I don't know why. Maybe this is a replacement for it, but it didn't say matte on the other one, whereas this one is called a matte tinted moisturizer. So I'm hoping it's similar or maybe even better, you never know. But the price is right. I believe it was $24. And I'm just praying it works really well. So I'm going to show you me applying it. And then I'm going to do some check-ins later to see how it wears on the skin. The only thing I've done with my skin so far is I'm having some hormonal, why does that word sound so weird? I'm having some hormonal acne around here. So I just put some concealer and a little bit of color corrector underneath the eyes, and I did my brows. That's it so far. We have the shade Cotton and Cashmere. Let's see which one matches me better. I wasn't sure, so they gave me both to try. It's hard when you have a full face, and I don't really want them messing with my face. This one's 04. Let's see the color of it. Not bad. Maybe a little dark. And then this is 03 Cashmere. Let's try that one. That one's definitely lighter. Let's try to blend them in, see what one works better. So 03 Cashmere has a bit more of a pinky tone, whereas the 04 Cotton is a much more warm tone. Just in case, you know, your warm tone or cool tone, that makes a huge difference. Yeah, we're gonna go with the darker one today that has the warm tone. I'm just gonna dab my finger in it and just kind of dot it around my face. We'll build up the coverage as needed. I prefer to do a light coverage like a tinted moisturizer and then just conceal the spots that aren't covered because it's not full coverage foundation, as opposed to doing a full coverage all over my face, which tends to go really cakey on me. I do have very dry skin, a lot of fine lines, and I would prefer to have the nice glowy look as opposed to a thick, heavy makeup type face. Some people are so lucky and it like almost just looks like skin for them, but it's really hard for me to find something like that. I'm a little worried because it's matte. The original Sephora skin tint was really dewy and I loved it. Let's go in with a little on the nose. A little more on the cheeks. So funny how we cover up the redness on our cheeks and then we put more redness on by adding blush. Isn't that weird? Comment down below if you think we're crazy for doing that. Why do we cover up the redness just to add back redness? I guess we want it in a specific perfect spot, but I mean, my redness is on my cheeks, but it goes kind of down all the way here. My skin has been doing awful lately. I've been trying to do masks and like acne treatments on my chin. It is summertime, you know, sweating and whatnot. I guess it's bound to happen. My period is due. I know TMI, but it's life. We're women, we get periods. I have major bags, so I want to cover those up. Even though I did do some color correcting, I did use the NYX Dark Circle Concealer in Fair. I'm almost thinking maybe I need a darker one because it's really not covering up the darkness. It helps. It definitely made a difference. I should have showed you before. You see how purple it is in there? So I don't mind how it looks, but I can tell it's a bit dry looking. But then again, my skin is already dry. I'm definitely going to use a setting spray. I used the First Aid Beauty Coconut Primer. I also moisturized beforehand. We're going to go in with a little bit of e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Now, I find this super drying. It's so thick, but it works amazing to cover up these bags. Like, that bit is more than enough. I'm finding that using a brush to conceal helps cover the pimples a lot better, and even the under eyes, than the Beauty Blender, because it takes away some of the coverage when you use a Beauty Blender. I want to cover up all this redness. I don't know. If anybody can recommend a foundation that is hydrating but also gives good coverage and it's not going to make me look dry and crepey, please comment down below. I really need something. I keep piling on the concealer because, you know, I have a lot of spots I'd like to cover, but then it starts getting cakey and dry. Oh yeah, I thought I was going to use a brush for that. I really love using the Real Techniques brush, the Deluxe Crease Brush. I love using this for acne spots. It keeps the coverage and it blends it out very nicely. See, is it seeping into the fine line? Yes, it is. My deep crease right here. Oh. I often don't put foundation up there because it always gets into the creases, but lately I've been having a lot of redness up there, so then it just looks weird if I don't put something over top of it. We're going to use Benefit's Dallas for contour. I am just such a booty guru. Good Old Faithful, the Balm Hot Mama Blush. I just love the way it looks on me. I always tend to go for a peachy blush. It's peachy with a little bit of sheen. You're gonna do this. It's the only way you can apply your brush. This is the only way you can apply your brush. Why am I calling it brush? I'm not applying my brush, I'm applying blush. So we're gonna go in with Champagne Pop. This is well loved, as you can see. It's crumbling, but I like to use things to the death. And it's such a beautiful shade. It really suits my skin tone. Look what I got as well. Look what I found. I've been looking all over. I've been seeing people all over wearing the barrettes with the words on them, and I've been wondering where you find them. And I found some in Urban Behavior. Let's put one in and see how it looks. Why not? Shove it in there. My hair is just freshly washed, so it's driving me nuts. It's always so darn frizzy. If you don't get it right, it rips out your hair. And then slide it in. Slide her in. Oh. 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 And oh. Oh, that's kind of cute. Nice to put on these lips. They're dry as hell. We're gonna go in with the NYX Nude Suede shoes. You know, my good old faithful. We're gonna use the NYX Butter Gloss in the color Creme Brulee. I love the scent of these. I love the wear. The feeling on the lips. Has anyone tried the Fresh Sugar tinted lip balms? I might have thrown mine away. I know I took a picture and sent it to Fresh and I haven't heard anything back. And that was weeks ago. That was literally my favorite lip balm. It is so hydrating. It had a perfect tint. Gave me a similar look to this. A little bit more of a metallic shine. and they're pretty expensive, like $30-something for a lip balm, and it went bad. Like, it stinks, and I haven't had it that long, and it smells like dirty socks, literally, and it's not even halfway gone, and I use it every day, so I have to throw it away, which like really sucks. I'm losing out on money, and because of that, like, I'm not gonna buy it again. I did see that it says 12 months after opening. I haven't had it not even close to that long, and it's bad. So I definitely wouldn't recommend those. Or if anybody has them and hasn't had that problem, maybe it was just mine, I would love to know. So let's get into the palette. We got the Palm Springs Dream Palette by Too Faced. My daughter loves Too Faced, so she kind of convinced me to get this one. I have looked up everywhere on the website, and it doesn't state a scent. I know they have their chocolate scented stuff, their peach scented stuff, but this one doesn't state what it's supposed to smell like. But to me, it smells like candy. It literally smells like rockets. If anybody knows what those are, I'll put a picture up on the screen of what they are. I know in the US they're called something else, but that's exactly what it smells like to me. So these are the colors. She's Lit. Let's go with She's Lit in the crease. I just used the Essence Eye Primer. I Love Eye Stage, I believe it's called. I've been finding that I have the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I got a sample of it, and I'm glad I didn't buy it because I find it makes my eyeshadows really skip. It makes your eyelids like sticky, and it's like your brush gets like stuck. See how nicely my brush is just gliding along. This eyeshadow primer for less than $5 is so darn smooth. I've loved it for years. I get the warm tone one. My daughter gets the pink toned one because she's really pale, like I said. So the warm tone one is just too dark for her eyelids. We both love it. Wow, look at that glow. That's Jaclyn Hill did that. The champagne pop is stunning. You can say what you want about her lipsticks, but this is stunning. I love her palette as well. I only have the original Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, and I love it. I love warm tones. I think it's great. Okay, let's go in with Saucy and Bossy. Try it out. Oh, it just smells so good. Oh, that's nice. It's very deceptive. It's not what you'd think in the pan. It looks so light, like it's gonna be like a light mauvey cream shade. But then swatched, it's more like orangey. It's nice regardless. These are blending like a dream. So nice. These are totally my colors. Unfortunately, I probably have a lot of shades like this in the Jaclyn Hill palette. My daughter thinks the Jaclyn Hill palette that the shadows are too hard. She doesn't find that they blend very well. Now that we have the James Charles palette, she prefers the formula of that to the Jaclyn Hill palette. I personally still like both, but the James Charles palette definitely love the pigmentation of that. I love the color choices. There's so much selection. The only thing I don't like about the James Charles palette is the shimmers. A lot of them are just not very pigmented. You have to keep building them and building them. But the mattes are amazing, in my opinion. Let me know if the fan noise bothers you. I was thinking about just doing voiceovers when I'm doing the makeup so that you don't have to hear that fan. I usually do put music over it so you're not just hearing shh. You get a little bit of something else to listen to. Let me know your preference down below. That's looking quite pretty. I'm gonna get an even smaller blending brush and I'm gonna go in with Mocktail. I can't help it. I just am dying to go with the oranges. I am going to get a pumpkin spice ice cap tonight. I had a few sips of my daughter's the other night and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since. I mean, it's not the best for my waistline or my teeth, but I just want it so much. I just recently found out you can get an extra small. I never knew that before. So I'd always get a small and end up wasting a lot because it melts before I can even drink the whole thing, or I just feel guilty about the calories. So an extra small is perfect for me. It's only like 100 calories. I guess that's not bad for my only treat of the day. It's a nice shade as well. Very fall, very pumpkin. This really reminds me of like a pumpkin. I'm still looking down at that mirror when I don't have to, but that's okay. Oh yeah, I really love this orange shade. That's beautiful. Probably gonna be my daughter's favorite shade as well. She loves the orange and the reds. We're just gonna go back in with the brush that I was using before without any extra product on it. Blend around the edges a little bit. Let's go back in with She's Lit. Deepen up the outer portion a little bit. Blend, 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 blend. Blend, blend, blend. Blendy, blend, blendo. Blend, blendo, blend, blend. Can't get copyrighted for that song because that's an original. Ooh, this is turning out to be a very nice smoky eye. I end up going with looks that look so similar. I almost feel like I should pop the pink or something just to make it different, but I am dying to try one of these. Should I go with Last Call, TFTI, or Dirty Martini? Yes, Last Call. Ooh. See, Last Call doesn't pack a punch the way TFTI does. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's nice. Let's see how Dirty Martini packs. Ooh, that's nice too. Ooh, all right. So we got Dirty Martini here. TFTI, I don't know what that stands for. And then we have Last Call. So Last Call's here. It's definitely not as shimmery as these two. I love my shimmeries. Although it'd be nice for just a wash over the lid, this the Last Call. This is interesting too. It's not a shade I'd normally go for, and then all of a sudden we just have this random pop of blue. Swank. That would be probably nice to do like a sunset eye with this on the lid. I really like doing sunset eyes with purple on the lid. Ooh, it's darker than expected. There it is right there. Let's do Swizzle Stick. Might as well. Oh, that's pretty. There's Swizzle Stick. Such a nice orange, a more wearable orange. I do love the oranges in the James palette, but they're a lot brighter. More for summer. This is definitely more for fall. I have a lot of lights on me right now, and if you can see, I'm really getting dewy already. It's making me think I should set my makeup. So let's try the Hourglass Veil Setting Powder with it and see how that works. I'm not going to set my cheeks, so we'll see how the foundation wears on my cheeks on its own. I'm just gonna set where it really needs it. I'm gonna set it with the Beauty Blender. Well, she barely gave me anything. Small, stingy amount. She's like, you get to try it one time and that's it. This is too expensive to be given away. Well, girl, I gotta at least be able to do my face. Try it with a few different foundations. That's like a, what, $60 powder or more? Okay, we're just gonna do the chin, around the nose, and right in between the eyes. I don't think I'm gonna do under the eyes because I don't want it to get crepey. I love my makeup to look really like blown out. I also love the more intense, really obvious colors. Just depends on what kind of look I'm going for. I'm a pumpkin, I'm a pumpkin, I'm a pumpkin. On a teeny tiny brush, we're gonna go in just a little BYOB, bring your own booze. I'm not fond of these kind of browns. Now I put it there, I gotta do it to the other side. I like warm tone browns. This is more like a dark chocolate brown. Not my favorite. Just gonna blend it out a bit. Doesn't look so harsh. fix it with mocktail over top. Gonna go in with the NYX glitter glue. Ow! It has ruined my darn hair clip. How rude. What do you guys think about me going lighter blonde again? I don't know. I miss my light blonde, but then I also kind of like this, and it is becoming fall. So a lot of people do go a bit darker in the fall. I was thinking about going something crazy like a pink. Then I definitely have to lighten my hair more. I don't know. I'm just kind of sick of it. I always want to change my hair. I don't know. If you have any suggestions what you think would look good, let me know in the comments down below. So let's take some glitter glue, a little NYX's glitter glue. I'm not even going to cut the crease. I'm just going to cut it with the glitter glue. See how that works. And a nice flat shader brush. We'll just go in with the Wet n Wild one, and we're going to pick up Dirty Martini and see how it works. Ooh, it's crumbling a bit. Pretty. Different. It's very yellow, not the kind of gold I'd normally go for. It's different though. It definitely reminds me of fall. Brown, the yellow, the orange. Is that not fall in a palette? We're gonna go in with TFTI. So that looks right beside it. Sorry, I'm not even showing you guys. It's actually quite pretty. I like that. I'm gonna put a little bit of glitter glue right on the outer V here. And we'll go in with the last call and just put it right beside TFTI. Let's go with Buzzkill. Probably needs a little glitter glue. I wish there was like something white and shimmery to go in the inner portion of the eye, or a lighter gold. So I got this product I haven't tried yet. It's called Dry Clean Instant Dry Brush Cleaner Spray, dry cleaner by the Sephora brand. And apparently you spray it on your brush, you wipe it off, and your brush will be clean and dry immediately. So let's see. Actually, I'm gonna spray it on some Kleenex. Let's see. Apparently you can do this and then go right back to using the same brush. And for some reason it smells really good. It reminds me of something like almond cream. There's something I've smelled before that smells exactly like this. I better hurry up or my glitter glue is gonna dry. Yeah, it's completely dry. That stuff works, and it was like $20. I know they have that donut type thing that you can scrub your brushes on to clean in between, but I don't like that. A lot of people have said that they feel it's really rough on their brushes. This actually gets the color out. I'm gonna use the I Love Extreme Essence Volume Waterproof. Okay, so this is gonna be my final look. I think it turned out really pretty, super perfect for fall. What do you think? Do you think the palette's nice? Are you interested in picking it up? I love trying out makeup so much. This was so much fun. If I could afford to try out new eyeshadow and new makeup every single day, believe me, I would. It would be a dream come true. I love chatting with you guys. I love filming videos. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Why not? It really helps out my channel and lets me know that you're enjoying my content. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm gonna slip in a couple of clips of me wearing the makeup throughout the day if I can, to show you how it wore. So here's my check-in. It has been 7.5 hours since I applied this makeup. I have been lying in this bed for the past hour picking my mascara off. I am so tired. I'm like delirious. I went to bed at maybe 5 this morning. I was up at 9. I've been up all day doing things. I've just been on the go like crazy. Haven't touched up at all. All I did was take a little bit of a paper towel and dab my forehead once because it was getting a little bit shiny. We see some separation right here and here, but I caked on a lot of concealer, so that could very well be what that is, as well as here, because it's a very dry looking, whereas I don't see it at all here, and there was no concealer put here. I see the same little bit of dryness here. It's that e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I'm telling you, it does amazing coverage, but it is so dry and cakey. I have to find something else. That's just not the go-to product. You can see it's kind of rubbed off here because I've been holding my hand here, picking my eyelashes. The eye makeup has lasted really well, like almost 8 hours, and I don't see it faded or anything. So I would definitely say that this Too Faced Palm Springs palette is a win for me. I'm loving it. I can't wait to do some more looks with it. And the Sephora Matte Tinted Moisturizer, I think it's really nice. I'm going to try it again and not use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. And if I remember, I'll put it in the description box how it works without that, because, I mean, here, where I didn't put any of the concealer, it looks perfect. I think it's a win. I really, really do. And for $24, you can't go wrong. And Sephora has an amazing return policy, so why not try it? Like, how rough I'm looking. I was gonna fill it in when I noticed that half my eyebrow was missing, but I'm like, fuck it. I want to show the true me. This is after 8 hours being out in the heat, cleaning, you know, running around, doing all sorts of things. This is what I'm gonna look like, okay? So I would definitely say that this NYX brow pencil isn't gonna last forever. You touch your eyebrows or anything, it's gonna come off. Like, I'm looking rough. I'm missing half a brow. Like, come on, people. So yeah, until the next time, thanks so much for watching, my beautiful Empiras. Bye!